Let us return to the avant-garde. Episode 551 must have some significance. That's right, it's led by Charlie Zero. Go ahead, Charlie.
Um, this first band I'm going to introduce is a couple of these guys are very one man group. Uh, VILLAEVIN, the first album, Head Roof, came out in 2020. 10 tracks, 37 minutes. The genre is electronic, and they're from Uganda. Um, let me let me pull out the share here. Here we go. So I'm going to be playing uh this song here. So, I wrote a little thoughts of as I was listening to this album, and this is how I would describe this album. A swarm of flamingos chewing around the crevices of dark reality. As the darkness shrinks, another layer of collages appear as though moaning and growling. The revolting noises begin to weigh heavily on my chest, bringing the
Oh,
listener to question whether music itself is sleep paralysis or an endless loop that one can't ever wake up from. End. That's my review take on this whole album. Um, but yeah, check out VILLAEVIN, Head Roof. This is a very, very trippy exploration. If you want to zone out or take some good, good, good medication. The next one is STINE JANVIN, and first album. And this is Fake Synthetic Music. Came out in 2018. 9 tracks, 55 minutes. Her genre is experimental loop sound, and she's from Berlin, Germany. Um, she This is a very interesting. I thought it originally I thought it was gonna be techno. But from what she writes on her sorry, Bandcamp, her latest performance for her voice, echo, lights, and spatial distribution, the concept was created to present a full body and physical and ambient experience with the frequency range of her voice. So I was under the impression it was techno, but it loops of different meanings throughout the album. So let me play you a little snippet. All right, so that's just this is throughout the album. So she manages to make her interpretation of techno very different than what I'm mostly used to listening. But I give her this that she really is innovative with the sounds that she incorporates into this kind of music. So I very, very much appreciate it, and it was very, very Surreal. So check her out and check this album out. It is available on Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. Yeah, check it out.
I really like what you're doing in terms of the avant-garde stuff because it really begs the question, what's music and what isn't? So, obviously when she's looping, she's creating organized sound, and that's really interesting to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty cool.
It is. Macula Dog, second album, Orange 2, came out in 2022, 11 tracks, 34 minutes. The genre is experimental and electronics, and they're from New York, New York. Um, yeah, this album, believe it or not, was Orange 2 was written during the coronavirus lockdown, a stretch of seemingly endless free time that the duo used to fine-tune and perfect their new songs while social and environmental aspects of the world were in free fall. The isolation of quarantine also afforded them a respite from live performances, which they used to break out of their old routines and songwriting techniques while experimenting with new processes and equipment. So, yeah, they are very interesting. What you see there, they're always wearing these headgears and carrying their piano and using a lot of like weird synth. If you look at their performances live, it's really, really cool. So this song is Neosporin. If you guys got some Neosporin after this, please put some on you if you have a cut.
Just ammo. You can clean that too. No green goes through it. Scratch and through it. Every out ever no flooring. Why the floor space no flooring. Why word is lonely.
Yeah, what can I say about Macula Dog? They've been on my radar for a long time, and I heard their first album. It was really good, but they really went all out with the second one. You guys really have to give it a listen, or anybody out there that's into experimental electronics. This will make your head bounce up and down or sideways wherever you want to go. But yeah, listen to the song Neosporin. So if you have a cut, just put it on and you'll be good. The next one is Rec and Reference. The album Want. This is their second album. Came out in 2014. 11 tracks, 34 minutes. Electronic, experimental drone and noise rock. They're from LA. Represent. Yeah, this one's really really interesting. As a reviewer did on Pitchfork, Rec and Reference provide a radical vision of what the metal of the future might look like with their latest album, Want. Their vision of metal does not have guitars, bass, leather, devil horns, or any of that metal tropes. Their arsenal is comprised of a sampler, drums, voice, and bottomless despair. End quote by Pitchfork. I'm not making this up. And I seen their performance. It's just a drummer and the lead vocalist, and he carries his it's not a well looks like a guitar, but it's a synth, and he plays it differently like this, like a guitar, but it is just so bizarre and very very weird. But yeah, here's one of their songs. Anyway, So there you have it. It's just a little taste. Yeah, give this a listen. This is just mind blowing. I hope this band still continues strong. As you could see, 2021 they did their version of cover of Deftones, Change in the House of Flies. So yeah, check that their version out. It's really, really good. So anybody that's a fan of experimental drone and noise rock, this is the band. You guys got to check them out. Please do. This last one, Venetian Snares, 23rd album. She
Wow.
began to cry tears of blood, which became little brick houses when they hit the ground. Is
Nice
that
title.
I know. Came out in 2018, 12 tracks, 52 minutes, and it's considered the genre electronic breakcore. From Winnipeg, Canada. Um, yeah, each title, as you can see here, they're very long, but yeah, how did he write? How did he say it? We are born, she says, and we begin to disintegrate. These disintegrations give birth to further crumbling forms which plummet and reconstruct themselves into new malformations in which in turn fall into dust and simultaneously elevate new structures infinitely. So let us see what he is talking about because I love this. Let's play number 2. Anyway, yeah, this is a very really, really great stuff for electronics and breakcore. He's been doing this for a very, very long time, and I'm very, very glad I got to chance to really absorb this whole sound that he does. All his other records are very, very weird. You should check them out. But yeah, Venetian Snares, please check out this one. This is only available on Bandcamp and YouTube. Unfortunately, this one's not available on Spotify because he's got more stuff on Spotify, but it's very minimal. So he's got more on his Bandcamp channel or YouTube. However you want to type it up and search it. So yeah, that is my picks of the day.
I really like the titles of the songs.
I know, right?
Those are great.
Yeah, they're
Those are
really
great.
cool.
Yeah.
They're really,
And
really cool.
I just posted a link to, I don't know if it's still on live broadcast, but KSPC, the Claremont College's radio station, has
Yeah.
a video game show, video game music show. And I posted a link. I don't, that goes to Spinatron, which might just be recordings of his broadcast, but it's hosted by a guy who calls himself SysOp, which is pretty cool. So your selections for this week reminded me of this show, so I posted that link in the chat.
Okay, I will save it and I will type it up.
Cool.
And that's the avant-garde report for today on Fine Music. Stay tuned for your punishments.